Hello guys. So this is most interesting question has been asked in the interview of Shell. Okay, Shell Bangalore. So compress this string like we'll have to add a counter like how many times the character has been repeated. So A has been repeated twice, so we have added to A2, and the B has been repeated thrice, so we have added B3. Okay. So let's try to write this program. So let's create a string variable called double A and triple B. Okay, now let's create us one more variable called string result. Okay, now let's create a counter variable called count is 1, and let's try to add a loop where int I equals to 0, then I less than text dot length, and then I plus plus. Okay, this is the main loop that we are going to iterate each character. Okay, so inside this loop, let's add a one more loop I less than text dot length -1, then and text of I equals to text of I plus 1. Okay, this is the if condition we have added. So we are checking whether I is less than text dot length -1, and we are checking text of I equals to text of I plus 1, means the first character and the next character. If it is true, then we'll have to increase the counter. Okay, if not, in the else block, we'll have to concatenate the result equals to text of I, watch it carefully, text of I, then count dot to string. Okay, this is the counter variable which we are increasing. First we are checking text of I equals to text of I plus 1. If it is same, then we are increasing the counter, and after increasing the counter, or if it is not, then we are simply appending the result with the specific character and the count. Okay, and let's try to write or try to print the output of this program. Console.writeLine and a result. Okay, so we'll see how it works. So let's run the application. As you can see, the build has been completed successfully. Okay, now you can find we are getting output, but is not expected. A is 2 and B is 4. Okay, now let's go back to the code and check what mistake we did. I equals to 0, I less than text dot length I plus plus. Okay, here we haven't here we haven't set the counter to 1. Okay, now let's try to run the application again. Now you can see we have received the correct output, that is A2 and B3.